Thank you, Bernie, for coming on tonight. I wanted to share with everyone the incredible experience we had in Sedona. Literally life-changing, near-death feeling experience. So it was amazing to experience that with you, my traveling partner, soul sister. So yeah, let's share with everyone our Devil's Bridge experience and how the day got started for us. Do you want to get us started or do you want me to?
Yeah, so we were so excited that morning. We went to go see Pacino Woman, and it was such a high being up there. And you did your ritual, and we felt so connected. So we were feeling like we were on top of the world in the morning. And we even got a blessing from the flute man, who gave us his own wisdom about spreading love and light and those little magical hearts he gave us. So we were ready for the rest of the day, see, what was ahead for us. And, we took our time, we had lunch, took a break, and then we were going to go conquer Devil's Bridge. So, as if the name isn't scary enough, right?
That was an indicator right there.
Yeah. But yeah, so we started our journey, and first of all, it was kind of later in the day when we started our hike, and there were people coming down that kind of suggested maybe you shouldn't go all the way, but I know we were determined to make it to the top. So we kept going, and it was, they say like the joy is in the journey, not the destination. But in this case, once we got to the top, it was magnificent views. And we got down, and my phone died, and it was starting to get a little dark. It was raining, and you looked at your phone, and I think it was like at 10%. And, you shut it off so we could find our way back to the car. But, and then we kept going, not thinking, anything wrong. And soon things just, things just went downhill from there, literally. So it was getting dark, and we got off the path. And I remember the first time that we got off, we came to like the top of a mound, and it looked like we were very high up, and I couldn't really see anything or a path. And that's when you turned your phone back on, and your phone had gone from 10 to 2%. And as soon as you tried to put, navigation, it just died. And we were just lost at that point. No flashlight, no phones. You didn't even have a pair of glasses to see. You had
Sunglasses.
sunglasses on, and it was raining. So you only had one hand to work with because you were holding an umbrella. It was just a perfect storm. And but we kept going. We kept going, and we got lost a few times. But each time we got lost, we ended up going to the spot that we lost our way, and eventually we got back on the path. But it was really terrifying. It was, I mean, it's thinking back now, you know, I'm so proud that we made it through. But in the moment when I was walking, I remember thinking, Elaine can't see. I need to be able to see the path. And I was just so fearful it was going to get pitch black. And we were relying on my eyesight. And it was a mess. And I don't know, there was the path never got pitch black. There was light that came from somewhere, which, is hard to understand where it came from since it was a cloudy day, it was raining, there was no sunlight, but the path was still bright enough for us to be able to find our way back. And I think it's, it really taught us trusting in the unknown. You don't have to know where you're going as long as you have faith that you're getting to where you need to be, that you'll find your way. And it was scary, although I didn't want to admit at the time.
We both kept it really well under wraps, the fear.
Yeah, there was fear. But what's interesting is when you did your ritual that morning, there was a card that came up and it said, "Trust the unknown."
Father Sky.
Yes. And that's exactly what we had to do. We had to trust the unknown and know that somehow we would make it back.
So I kept falling and sliding.
Yes, you did fall. Yes.
Number of times.
Yes, you fell. And I felt so bad because I kept looking back and I saw you, but I kept going. My only goal was to get us out. I kept looking back and I would stop as soon as I saw you like in sight, I would keep going. And then there was a moment when we came, it was like a rock, it was slippery, and you were holding your umbrella. We came to the rock and I had already come down and you were getting frustrated up there because it was you didn't have like both hands to really balance yourself, and you threw down your umbrella, and I'm watching this from the bottom of the rock, and you threw down your umbrella and then you extended your arms out and to balance yourself, and all I saw was a pair of wings behind you. It was all around your arms, your back, and underneath your arms. It was like somebody was carrying you, like helping you down. And that's when I stopped. Like I surrendered basically. And I thought, okay, we're not alone. If whatever needs to happen, if we need to spend the night, if we need to wait until the morning, then, it'll be fine. But even with that, it didn't stop the frustration of not being able to find the way.
Absolutely. I think that we will forever be changed from this experience. And for me, everything that you said, I echo, except of course we would fail at being at Survivor or Naked and Afraid.
That was like an episode. That was like an episode out of Survivor. No lie.
More like a Blair Witch Project. The thing is that we didn't prepare properly. We know this. And given the day, we kind of just went with it, right? Two spiritually awakened women taking a pilgrimage to Sedona, ready to take everything by storm. It was just in our hearts to go. And I think that even though we had those moments of frustration and even underlying fears, the fact remains that we both came to a place of complete surrender. We really wouldn't have made it. We were lost for 3 hours. And from we had a tour guide 2 days later tell us that there's coyotes, mountain lions, rattlesnakes. It was raining the entire night. So had we been there, who knows if we would be here speaking the story. So this definitely changed my perspective. Fear is an illusion. There is no such thing as fear when you're divinely connected to your God, your divine spirit, your higher self, your angels, your guides, your divine masters, whoever you see them to be. No matter what, when you have the utmost faith without seeing, talk about blind faith. Yeah, here we are. So that in itself was the big mission of our Sedona experience, facing the depths.
Speaking of fear being an illusion, do you remember the flute man? We spoke about fear, and he said false evidence
appearing real.
Appearing real. Yep.
Absolutely.
I feel like he kind of prepared us for what was about to happen, but at that point, in the morning, we had no idea what was about to go down.
No, we were on a high.
Yeah.
Before the low. The thing is that he also mentioned, to me, he's like a fifth dimensional being, about getting rid of the mind, the thoughts, the fears, and sinking into our hearts. And then he says that once our mind is free of all of that, we have the ability to manifest instantly and attract things instantly, but only until we get rid of all of the densities that we're carrying, all the false beliefs, all the illusions. So I'm not sure I would go back to Devilsbridge, but I will definitely return back to Sedona. Any other takeaways?
Absolutely.
I'm speechless. Just reliving the experience with you right now just leaves me speechless, because I cannot believe we got through that so beautifully, so divinely guided.
Yeah, I know. Looking back now, I'm so proud of us, but I honestly don't know. We didn't make it out alone, that's for sure. We were guided and protected. We couldn't have done it, just the two of us.
No, but we had to fall in alignment together. Had one of us been fighting or resisting?
Yes, it was the ultimate test of surrendering and trusting. And we had to trust each other.
Yes, even though we were afraid.
Yes, we were afraid.
It was definitely a blessing and an awakening experience. So thank you so much, Bernie, for sharing this with me and sharing it with the audience so they too can be part of our experience.
Absolutely.
To our next adventure, wherever that may be.
Yeah.
Much love.